Hi everybody. So today we're going to start this 25-minute flow in a comfortable seat. It might feel good to put a block or a book or a pillow under your hips to lift them up. But just start taking some deep inhales and deep exhales here. Inhaling into your belly and exhaling, pushing your belly in out your nose. We're going to bring some movement to this seated position. So lifting your right arm, we're going to bend to our left with our right arm coming over our right ear. And then we're going to switch sides. So bring our left arm over our left ear and bending into the right side body. So inhale up to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale up to center, and then remove the block or pillow if you have that seated under you, and just fold over your legs wherever you are. If you're sitting on your heels, maybe come into a child's pose, but just let your forehead come near the ground. If you need to prop it up on something, that's okay too. Remembering to inhale and exhale. This is your time to relax and ground in during maybe a stressful and hectic week. On your next inhale, come back up to center. We're gonna do some rotation, so pulling your chest forward, bending your upper spine and bringing it back in a circle, and then continuing that with your breath. So inhaling forward, exhaling back in a circle. This is a great way to wake up your spine. Just get comfortable. You might want to stop and slow down in any of the parts of your hips that feel a little sticky or tight. You maybe have been sitting all day and just need to ground in and feel your spine move. Then we're going to switch sides. So maybe taking a pause and then switching and going in the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling. I'll give you some space to relax here. So finding some stillness, take a breath, and then we're going to move towards tabletop. So you'll put your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, trying to create a neutral spine. Now we're going to do some cat-cow poses. So you're going to drop the belly, pull the chest through your arms as you arc your spine, and then you're going to push the ground away, rounding your upper spine. So inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest through, and then exhale, push the ground away, cat pose. So do these on your own breath. Inhaling, drop the belly. Exhaling, push the ground away. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, push the ground away, cat pose. So this will be our last cycle. And then when you're ready, find yourself in a child's pose. Your feet will be together, big toes touch, knees wide like the mat, and your hips will sink back on your heels, forehead to the mat. After 1 or 2 deep breaths in child's pose, we're going to start crawling forward to our hands and our knees. Once in tabletop, we're going to start some wrist stretches. So the first one is to stretch out our forearms. We're going to flip our palms over so our forearms face out and our fingertips face towards our knees, and we're going to walk our knees in just a little bit to make this easier. And then to amplify the stretch, you will lean back with your hips. Next, flipping your palms back to normal, we're going to stretch the backs of our hands. So by pushing the backs of our hands into the mat, flipping our hands where our fingertips face each other on the inside of our forearms, and then we're going to ball our hands up into fists a little bit. I'm going to demonstrate in the video. And then this will allow us to stretch out our tendons in the backs of our wrists. So coming back into a normal tabletop, we're going to start stretching our legs back. So stretching and straightening your right leg, then stretching and straightening your left leg. And then the next time you're going to straighten your right leg, pushing into your calf, kind of like a runner stretch, and then you're going to lift your right leg parallel to the ground and straight. You're then going to lift your left arm, balancing, and you're going to bring your left elbow and your right knee to touch underneath your body, and then you're going to extend on the inhale. Exhale, curl, inhale, extend. Exhale, curl, inhale, extend. Then dropping your hand and your knee to meet the others. Come into just a quick cow pose and then a cat pose. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to come back for another neutral spine and switching sides. So straightening our left leg and then lifting our left leg back parallel to the ground and then lifting our right arm also parallel. Bringing our right elbow and left knee to touch underneath our body, inhaling to extend, exhaling to curl. Inhaling to extend, exhale to curl. After 3 of these, we're going to let our hand and knee reach the mat and sink back into a child's pose. Resetting here in child's pose, take an inhale, take an exhale, and then come back up for another tabletop. Here, we're going to tuck our toes, lift our knees slightly for just a moment, and then pull our hips back into downward dog. So here in downward dog, our biceps are next to our ears. We have a nice generous bend in our knees, reaching our heels towards the ground, hips high in the sky. And then you might want to pedal your feet out a little bit. This will allow you to open up your hamstrings more gently and find a stillness in downward dog. Taking some inhales and exhales here. Next, we're going to walk our hands back to meet our feet so that we are in a forward fold. Might feel good to wiggle here. This might be the first time you've opened your hamstrings like this today. And I like to take opposite elbows with opposite hands and hang like a rag doll. I recommend taking a very generous bend with your knees so that your belly meets your thighs, however deep that might be. Relaxing here into each exhale. Next thing we're going to do is come to a halfway lift flat back. So your hands will come to your shin, you'll pull your chest through and you're going to straighten your back. And then on your exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. So next you're going to roll up very slowly, each vertebrae stacking on the previous. Head and chin are the last to rise. We're going to stand here in mountain pose, and then we're going to do some more wrist and tendon stretches. So I'll face the camera, and I'm going to just ball my fists up, my hands up into fists, and then pull them over my head, kind of like I'm doing a rainbow around my body. And I'm just going to open and close my hands repeatedly as I lift and lower my arms. This is a great way to wake up the arms, especially if you've been sitting all day. It's good for your shoulders, it's good for your tendons, and it gets the blood flow moving. It might feel a little silly sometimes, but it definitely feels good. Your arms will definitely start to feel tired after a few rounds of going up and down with your fists. The next time your arms are down, take a minute, and then we're going to lift our arms up, and then we're going to exhale, spin open to the right. So our left arm comes forward, our right arm goes back, and we look back at our right arm. Inhale, up to center again. Exhale, twist open to the left. So right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, up to center. Exhale again, open to the right, left arm forward, right arm back. And this time we're going to bring our right hand back to our thigh and kind of do a little back bend, lifting our left arm up. And then come back to center. And then exhale, open to your left, right arm forward, left arm back. And we bring our left arm to touch our thigh for a little back bend. Inhale, up to center. Hands through heart center. Take a breath. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. So I'm bringing some blocks to the front. You could also use a book. And I am going to sit on the blocks in a squatting position. So stack up as much as you need to feel comfortable in a wide-legged squat. So that might mean that you're sitting like in a chair with books up high, or you might need no blocks at all. So just do whatever feels comfortable in your hips. Everybody is different. If it feels good to sit all the way back into your heels, that's okay too. After squatting for a breath or two, we're going to open for a twist. So our left hand is going to come to the center of the mat in between our legs, and our right arm is going to twist open to the sky. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, twist open to the other side. Right hand to the ground, left arm to the sky. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, and we're going to send our right leg back for a low lunge. So our right knee goes down, we bend into our left knee, and we use our arms to come up to upright. And it might feel good to bring your arms all the way above your head. Low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands, come back to a tabletop pose, and then we're going to lower our knees, chest, and chin with our booty sticking up in the ground. Next, we're going to lower our whole body to the ground, come up for cobra. Our chest comes forward. Exhale, forehead to mat. Do this a few times, inhaling your chest forward and up, and exhaling forehead to mat. This time we're going to spider our fingertips out and maybe pull up for a little bit of a higher cobra, chest forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Lay your right arm flat, bend your left knee, and then send your left foot behind you, bending into your right shoulder blade. This will be a really deep shoulder stretch. You might not be able to, but if you feel like you can, maybe let your left arm meet your right arm behind your back. And then just feel a real opening in both your chest and your shoulder blade. Coming back to center, we're going to do the other side. So this time we're going to flatten our left leg, bend our right knee, and then twist over behind us, bending into our left shoulder blade. So you can see I'm using the floor as leverage to stretch out both my chest and my shoulder blade. Coming back to center, forehead to mat, hands under your shoulders. We're going to bend both of our knees, and if you can clasp your feet behind you, try to do so. We're going to come back for bow. So using your feet kicking into your hands, you're going to pull your chest forward. And this might be too much of a back bend, and that's okay. Exhale, forward to mat. Inhale, try to go into a bend one more time. It doesn't matter how far you come up, even if that's just reaching for your feet, that's okay. On your inhale, kick into bow, and then exhale, forehead back to mat, relax. Bringing your hands directly under your shoulders. We're going to come back for a child's pose. So keeping your knees on the ground, big toes touch, child's pose. Next, tucking your toes, coming up for a tabletop position. Then we're going to come back for a downward dog. So lifting our hips, biceps next to our ears. And when you have an opportunity, slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. Forward fold. From a forward fold, we're going to come up for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, look up, stand up. Widen your feet as wide as your mat and sink your hips down for another squat. Again, we're going to take that open bend to the right and then back through center on the exhale. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, hands through heart center. Plant your hands, come to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands and step your left foot back for a low lunge. Left knee to ground. You can look up and bring your arms up or rest your arms on your right thigh. Planting your hands, come back for a tabletop pose. Right knee meets your left. And then lower knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Bringing your whole body to the ground next. We're going to inhale for a cobra. Exhale, forehead to mat. Inhale for a cobra. And we're going to bend our knees and then catch our feet with our hands. Inhale for bow, kicking your hands and feet into each other to pull your chest off the ground. Exhale, forehead to mat. Planting your hands under your shoulders, sink back into a child's pose using the weight of your arms. Inhale, come up for tabletop, and exhale, downward dog. Hips high to the sky. From downward dog, we're going to lift our left leg into the sky, bending our left knee and pulling our left foot through our hands. Lower your right knee for a low lunge. Arms can come up if you want them to. We're going to do a twist, so planting your right hand next to your left foot and your left arm towards the sky, twist open to the left. Take a moment here, and then let your left hand meet your right at the ground, planting your hands. And then we're going to sink our hips back into a half split pose. So you're going to stretch your left leg straight. You can use blocks or pillows or even a chair to kind of help you balance here, but this is a deep hamstring stretch for your left leg. Inhale and exhale here. If you can, lengthen your spine as much as you can here. You can definitely keep a slight bend in your left leg if you need to. On your next exhale, walk your hands forward, bending your left knee again. Tuck your back toes and then lift your right knee. Come up for a high lunge. Arms can come up if you want them to. Exhale, plant your hands back towards the ground and walk your right foot in. And we're going to come up with both of our feet together into a squat at the front of the mat like we've done previously. Planting your hands, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to plant our hands and then step our right foot back and then our left for a downward dog. Lifting your right leg, bring your right foot through between your hands, come up for a low lunge. Your back knee is on the ground. And again, we're going to do a twist on this side. So we're going to plant our left arm, our left hand next to our right foot, and lift our right arm towards the sky for a twist. On your next exhale, plant your right hand, and we're going to sweep our hips back for that half split with our right leg straightened as best we can. Arms on the ground or on a chair, something to give us some balance. Now bending into the front right knee, we're going to tuck our back toes and come up for a high lunge, lifting our back knee off the ground. Arms can come up if you want to. Lowering our hands, we're going to step our back foot up to meet our hands and our right foot at the top, and we're going to come into a squat at the top of our mat again. Dropping our hands to the ground, come into a forward fold, straightening your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, look up, reach up. And then stand up on our tippy toes and slowly squat your knees down, seeing if you can keep your heels lifted all the way till your butt hits the ground. Now it's time for some seated poses. So we're going to straighten our legs out in front of us. And we're going to start bringing our right foot in towards our right thigh. And then we're going to twist so that we're facing our straightened leg. And we're going to fold over our straightened leg. Heel flexed. Toes flexed towards your face. After a moment, come up to straighten your spine, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. This is going to be a figure 4 stretch, so you're going to scoot your shin bone and your knee up towards your chest and using your arms to prop up behind you. This will feel like a nice deep stretch in your outer right hip and your glute. Take a moment, take some deep breaths here. And then straightening your left leg, we're just going to let that right foot cross all the way across our left leg, and we're going to come up for a twist. So our right arm is behind us, our left elbow is helping us push on our right knee, twisting towards the leg that's folded over. Then straightening our legs out, we're just going to do a forward fold over both of our legs. Inhale up to center, and we're going to do all that on the other side. So this time our left foot is going to come in towards our right thigh, and we're going to bend over and fold over our right leg. Toes flex towards our face. Inhale up to center. Exhale, we're going to let our left ankle go over our right quad. And again, we're going to scooch our legs in towards our chest for a figure 4. Then letting our right leg straighten out, we're going to cross that left foot over and then come up for a twist. Our left arm is behind us, right arm and right elbow is pushing on our left knee. Twisting and taking deep breaths. So now we're going to come up for butterfly pose. So our feet are together, our knees open wide like a book, and we're going to bend over our feet, stretching into our inner thighs. Taking deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale up to center. Use your hands to bring your knees in. And then we're going to scooch all the way up to our mat so that we can lay down, slowly lowering our upper body to the ground, lying on our backs. First, bring your knees in, caving them in while your feet are wide. And then bringing your knees into your chest, holding on nice and tight. Keeping hold of your left knee, let your right leg extend straight. And then pulling your left knee over to your right side, twisting open. You might use your hand to pull your left knee towards your right a little bit more. Just feeling this nice reclined twist. This is a great time to let your body adjust to all of the movement we've just done. On your next inhale, bring your left knee into center. Let your right knee come up towards your chest and bring your forehead to both your knees. Then we're going to switch sides. So keeping your right knee in towards your chest, letting your left leg extend straight, and then twisting to your left. Right knee comes to your left while your right shoulder stays on the ground. Twisting and breathing. These are our last few moments of practice, so take this time to enjoy the way this movement has made your body feel. Bringing both your knees into your chest up to center. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Then let everything go. Let your legs extend in front of you. Your arms rest gently by your side. Eyes closed if you feel comfortable. We're going to lay in Shavasana for a few minutes. Take this time to absorb all of the movement we've just done. Use your awareness to comb through your body, feeling and noticing all of the sensations, all of the openness. Inhaling and exhaling, letting your body chill out. Being grateful for yourself and showing up today to your mat and moving. Feeling grateful that you are able to move. No matter what else is going on in the world, you still have that. You'll always have your body and your movement, and that will take care of you. Spend as much time here as you need. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.